Hello everybody, it's Mitch from RetroGameFix.com once again bringing you another installment of our Sega Master System A to Z Marathon. And this week we bring you Sega's 1989 release, Casino Games. Now this was a game I played a ton of as a kid. My co-host from the RetroGameFix.com podcast owned this one back in the day, and I ended up borrowing it for months. Now, on the surface, this game looks like a lame attempt from Sega that probably wouldn't hold up. But let me assure you that you are totally wrong, somehow. Now, just for perspective, back in the day of the 8-bit systems, video game consoles were, I guess, largely looked at as toys and kids' games. And Sega tried to break that perception in the later days of the Master System, and I guess through their releases on the Genesis. This game was looked at as being a bit more grown up and something adults would enjoy as well. You can't get much more standard than pretty much all of the games on this card. And with poker, you can choose from 4 different opponents, each with their own weak or strong personalities. The graphics, in my opinion, are pretty nice for the system, and although these characters are mostly static, the music is interesting and changes with each game that you play. I still to this day have no idea how Baccarat is played, or even if I'm pronouncing it correctly. You have practically no control over anything but the bet. Besides the variety of games you can choose from, this game has a pretty cool and odd Easter egg that makes no sense at all except pretty much to make you laugh. Now, it's revealed after losing and or folding 10 times in a row. I mean, what the hell is that even supposed to be? There's not a whole hell of a lot I can say about slot machines that you don't already know. You can bet in several different increments, and it's incredibly tempting to just bet everything and let it ride just for the hell of it. The video pinball sounds like a way better idea than it actually was. And you can choose basically from 3 different levels, which are determined by the slope of the table. It's completely bare, and yes, I actually am really trying here. Probably one of the most satisfying aspects of this game, ironically, is when you bet your last dollar and you lose it. They really tried hard to make you feel like a loser. In closing, somehow, nostalgia aside, this is an incredibly addicting and fun game. The graphics, the sound, and the gameplay are top-notch in my book, and somehow it's pretty difficult to get bored, unless you're playing pinball. I kid you not, this one just defies logic in my book, and is on my list of Master System must-haves. I'm easily going to give this one a 3.5 stars out of 5. Encourage you to check it out for yourselves. So with that, I'm going to walk with my head down into the shadows and say see you next time for our next installment of our Sega Master System A to Z Marathon.